there are reports that South and North Korea are seeking an official end to the military conflict on the Korean Peninsula. Have you heard this message directly from South Korea, and does the U.S. support this?
If that's the case, I'm not aware of it. I can look into it and see if we have anything.
North Korea is coming along. South Korea is meeting and has plans to meet with North Korea to see if they can end the war, and they have my blessing on that. They've been very generous that without us and without me in particular, I guess, you would have to say that they wouldn't be discussing anything, including the Olympics would have been a failure. Instead, it was a great success. They would have had a real problem. But as you know, North Korea participated in the Olympics and it made it, really, it was quite an Olympics. It was quite a success. That would not have happened. And they do have my blessing to discuss the end to the war. People don't realize the Korean War has not ended. It's going on right now, and they are discussing an end to the war. So, subject to a deal, they would certainly have my blessing. They do have my blessing to discuss that.
On the connections between North Korea and Syria, and North Korea cooperated with Syrians' chemical weapons development. And regarding the U.S. precision strikes to Syrians' chemical weapons facilities, what signals did the U.S. send to North Korea?
Jenny, I know this is a report that I had seen about a month or two ago. I just don't have anything new on that. I don't know if that, I don't recall offhand if that was an official report or if that was just a news report. I'd have to look into that and get back to you on that. Okay, do you have something else? Do you have something else on North Korea? Okay, all right. Kelly, go ahead.
So, are you going to announce, or will the decision happen soon as to where the summit with North Korea is going to happen? Because the president mentioned that might be happening soon. And then I have a follow-up question.
Okay, I think that's all under discussion right now. The president, of course, is meeting with Prime Minister Abe at Mar-a-Lago right now. That, of course, in addition to our relationship with Japan, but the DPRK talks will be a hot topic between the president and between the president and the Prime Minister. In terms of where those meetings are held, we're not ready to announce that just yet. When we are, I'll let you know, okay?
Okay.
While Pyongyang has yet to make an official statement confirming talks between U.S. President Donald Trump and North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un, the State Department says plans are underway.
That is the agreement that Kim Jong-un provided to the Republic of Korea. That information was presented to us, and so we are going forward in full faith and understanding that a meeting will go forward.
President Trump agreed to meet with Kim Jong-un for talks by the end of May, but with U.S.'s top diplomat Rex Tillerson out of the picture, his replacement, CIA Director Mike Pompeo, will have only weeks to prepare after his confirmation hearing in April. Top military official Admiral Harry Harris, speaking before the U.S. Senate Armed Services Committee, said the proposed summit would be a first, but warned the U.S. must be vigilant.
We've never been in a position where our president has met with a leader of North Korea ever. And so I don't have a way to predict the future. I just think that we have to go into this eyes wide open.
So just one. So the Republic of Korea is having their summit with North Korea before the U.S. summit. Will the U.S. urge the ROK to bring denuclearization to the table at their summit, especially in light of the announcement that came out?
Yeah, I think it's really important for them to do so. We are closely latched up and allied, obviously, with the Koreans. We support that inter-Korean dialogue, understanding that it's important to people both from the North and South to be able to have these conversations. So that's certainly a significant step. But we imagine that a big part of that conversation that they have will be our president's upcoming meeting with Kim Jong-un, whenever that takes.
The planned meeting comes in the wake of Trump's year-long effort to put pressure on North Korea.
The maximum pressure campaign has brought the Kim Jong-un regime to the table. Now we are at the place where we can begin to have talks about having talks.
But experts say if those talks fail, it could push the U.S. closer to a military conflict.
What happens if it doesn't go well? Then Trump can come back and say, well, I tried engagement. I tried negotiating with Kim Jong-un, and that has failed. Now we have to move to the second phase. month, Japanese Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshihide Suga spoke about his country's priorities for the Trump-Abe meeting, saying the North Korean missile issue will be high on the agenda. So will be trade.
自由貿易の重要性、そうしたものについてです
We
ね、
anticipate discussions on the
これは
importance of free
関
trade,
心事項であります
since
の
that
で、
is of interest
や
to
り取
us
りが
during the
行われ
meeting.
るだろうというふうに思います。
Trump slapped aluminum and steel trade restrictions on Japan and others last month. Tokyo wants those restrictions lifted.
日本が文句つけてくれるのはもう待ってましたになるんじゃないですか。それでやるならじゃあバイデン
The
交
U.S.
渉しましょう
wants
かって
Japan
言
to
って、
complain about the
それで
tariff,
FTA を
then wants to talk about a
だけど日本側
bilateral
からするとアメ
treaty.
リカとのバイ
On
デン
Japan's side, they aren't interested in doing a bilateral FTA. This is not
こ
going
れ
to
な
be
かなか
easy.
簡単じゃないと思いますね。
That's because Japan has just signed the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership with 10 other countries. Trump may fail to coax Abe into a bilateral trade deal. Abe, on the other hand, may see some success in having Trump further reconsider joining the TPP. Trump has ordered a review of TPP this week. Another key topic will be North Korea's missile program. Critics say Japan will remind Trump to negotiate on all types of missiles, and not just long-range ones that would reach American soil.
While the United States is interested in addressing the issue of intercontinental ballistic missile, long-range missiles capable of reaching the United States, but from the Japanese perspective, what's more important to us is medium-range ballistic missiles with a range of about 1,300 kilometers, capable of reaching most part of Japan, including Tokyo.
Some Japanese analysts say Kim Jong-un's meeting with Chinese leader Xi Jinping last month indicates Pyongyang's nervousness about the upcoming talks with Washington.
And eventually they will conclude that all the diplomatic efforts are now exhausted. That's when the Americans might, or they could, contemplate on a possible harsher, more physical measures against North Koreans. That's what North Koreans are most concerned about.
Japanese observers say true denuclearization of North Korea is a long way away, even if the Trump-Kim meeting happens, and even if North Korea says it will dismantle its nuclear program.
I am sure Mr. Trump must have been informed or convinced by now that the word denuclearization has many meanings. The North Korea's denuclearization, that means it's the North Korea who would dismantle, give up the nuclear development program. But if you talk about the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula in general, which the North Koreans are using now, and which is probably agreed upon by the Chinese as well, that basically means they want to kick the Americans out of the Korean Peninsula.
Many critics say a sure topic raised by Abe next week will be North Korea's past abduction of Japanese citizens. It's an issue that, for Tokyo, is right up there with the North Korean nuclear issue.